Hello everyone, welcome you all in this session. Myself, Assistant Professor Ripal Gupta from LJ School of Law. So today I'm going to take subject of Competition Act 2002, and in which I'm going to discuss about the relationship between the competition and IPR. IPR means intellectual property rights. So what are the relation between competition and IPR? So we'll discuss this in this session. So what is the relationship between Competition Act and IPR? Basically, their objective is in contrary to each other. The objective of IPR is to give exclusive rights, to spur the innovation, to give monopoly rights to the person who is inventing something. On the same way, in the contrary, Competition Act eliminates monopolies. It restricts certain exclusive rights or certain exclusive dominant thing that or something, or you can say exclusive monopoly, restrict the monopolies over here. So contrary to their objective, in IPR, the person who holds the IP asset, they have the sole right on their innovation or their anything which they have invented. But on the contrary, competition eliminates the monopoly. So this is the basic difference between the competition and IPR. So now what is IPR? IPR creates certain rights to the person who holds certain IP assets. For example, I have patent for some drug or medicine, then I have a right over around say 10 to 15 years. So in that patented thing, I can use my medicine, I can control the supply, I can fix the price because I am the sole owner. No one is there in my competition, and then there is a whole right to me to decide about the supply, manufacturing, production, and price. So in IPR, the inventor get the sole right of their asset, and they will be, they also grants kind of a monopoly because no one else can purchase same kind of drug or use same kind of drug, invented same kind of drug again. So they have the monopoly over here. So in IPR, you get exclusive right for certain time of period, which is your, you can say, a good, for you are doing something, you invented something, so we are giving certain rights to you. So this is IPR. So IPR gives you exclusive rights. On the other side, competition law increased competition in the market. It restricts the anti-competitive agreement, it restricts the monopoly, it restricts the abuse of dominant position. So competition law basically increase competition, and in IPR it reduce the competition. So they are contrary to each other over here. Competition law's main objective is to have tough competition so that consumer get the best thing. In IPR, the IPR holder gets whole and sole right of its asset or its invented things. So over here they both are contrary on their prime object. So basically the word competition has different meaning in IPR and in competition. In IPR, competition is between the inventors. Why they are giving you exclusive right? So that other inventors get encouraged from that exclusive right, and they also start to get more invented things, and they produce more inventions, so that economy can get more things that also of course serves the economy and the people. So in IPR, by giving exclusive right for certain period of time, encourages the inventor. So there is a competition in the inventors that I want to invent something so that I can get whole sole right for a certain period of time. So it's a kind of competition there in IPR. While in competition law, it's competition means there are number of productions are there, number of dealers, suppliers are there, so that the consumer get the best price, best quality, best services. So this is about the competition. But in competition law, it increases the economy in such a way that economy as well as the consumer both can protect their safeguards, and economy can boost their economy can get boost in its of course in its so basic sorry so economy can function in a better way. So for that we have competition word in competition law. So over here in competition law, it restricts certain practices like agreements between the firms, like anti-competitive agreements, if any kind of agreements between the firms, between the suppliers or the dealers or the manufacturers. So horizontal agreement, vertical agreements restrained by the Competition Act, it restrain the abuse of dominant position. So basically, to have a good competition in the market, it restricts the unfair trade practices. So basically, competition law, by eliminating the trade practices, by eliminating the abuse of dominant position, it creates the competition. So this is the objective of competition law. So now the question arises, how Competition Act deals with this patent law or other kind of IPR laws, IPR assets or IP properties. So in this, the Competition Act Section 3 plus 5 give exception to IPR, that if you are holding some IPR with you, then you will be have an exception in competition law. But there is one point, that if you are a patent holder and you have been given an exclusive right for a certain period of time, then you can fix the price, you can supply the, you can fix the supply of production or manufacturing whatsoever. So in that circumstances, Competition Act will see only one thing, whether you are abusing your monopolistic right, whether you are taking unfair trade practices from your rights. So if you are doing so, then Competition Act will govern you over here. So if you are making good use of your own patent, then competition law will allow you to do that. But if you are using abusing your rights, then competition law will come into consideration. Basically, competition will law come into play when you are abusing the main objective of your patent rights. So if you are abusing your patent rights, then competition will take into consideration of your act. So you can see the relationship between competition and IPR. In first sense, you can find it very conflict with each other, but in reality they are not. In reality, they both are increasing competition in their own sphere. So if you are IP holder, then you are given with so much right that of course it will create competition in their arena. And in Competition Act, it will gives you the dominant position. Competition does not have any problem with the dominant position. It has a problem with the abuse of dominant position. So if you are abusing your dominant position, then competition will concern about that thing. So basically, they both are actually working for the economy only, for the for getting more invention, for giving you anti-competitive agreements. So both are tries to trying to boost the economy and to help the economy and to the people. So this is how they both are working in different aspects for the one thing, that for the better lifestyle for the people, and for a competitive environment should be there in the market. So this is about competition and IPR. They are somewhere contrary and somewhere they are working together, but basically they are creating competition in their own spheres. So this is all about the competition IPR relationship. Why we have studied it, just getting a brief idea about the competition IPR. Now we'll discuss about the different aspects of IPR and competition in very thoroughly, and now then we discuss about how the patent pooling, transfer technology, application of section 3 of the competition and IPR relates. So we have just getting now in the session we are just getting the idea what is IPR, what is competition, and what is the relation between them. So this is how they are related to each other, and this is how they are somewhere they are working together, somewhere they are contrary to each other. So this is about the relation between competition and IPR. Thank you.